No.
Change your name recently.
Well, assume not. Anyways, I have fish. I have fish fry. It's Friday. I'm not Catholic, but there's a lot of Catholics nearby. Isn't that right,
hey.
Will?
I don't consider myself Catholic.
You grew up Catholic.
At this
That's the
point.
joke.
Yeah.
You know, I always had a joke. Once upon a time, I'd say, you know, the only way for sure I've seen to grow up an atheist is to grow up Catholic. Because it's like every person I know who grew up a Catholic has become an atheist at some point in their life. Interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with either choice, by the way.
Seth is convinced I'm Christian, even though I don't really know.
Silver, you have accidentally,
What the hell I am,
unironically, shown me Christian rock music without knowing it's Christian rock music. You remember that one song you showed me where they're talking about the scars and all that? That was a Christian rock band, Silver.
Well, yeah, you explained it to me after I showed it to you. I'm aware.
But what I'm saying is that because of that, you're probably... you're agnostic. That's fine. Just don't be a militant agnostic, okay?
What? What the fuck even is that?
I'm probably going to go ahead and
It's something that should not exist, because the whole point of being agnostic is you're not sure what you believe in, but you believe there is some sort of higher power, whether that be aliens or what the fuck ever. You sort me as the person who's a little bit spiritual in your beliefs, but your higher power is undetermined.
I mean...
Well,
maybe.
I mean, here's how I would put it to you. Do you believe that there's something that is judging you silently? For better or worse?
I mean... I always think that, and it's always people I tend to talk to and or have yet to talk to, so that's what I...
Details. Well, Silver, just don't get all militant agnostic on me, because that's a contradiction of beyond all ends. Like a dogmatic atheist. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh.
Fun way to open stream, everyone. Fun way to open up stream. Where the fuck did I get that idea? Anyways, it is I, Matt Magnum, aka Leviathan Devil, aka Mr. Matt the Protestant. I'm joking. I am a Protestant, but Protestant Christianity. I'm a Lutheran.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I self-practice.
What the fuck are you even talking about?
Oh, I figured if I were going to dunk on everyone else's faith here aside from Lewis's, because I don't even know how to properly dunk on Lewis's faith, because it is rather respectful. I'd set myself up for a dunk by telling everyone I'm a Lutheran. And I was, yep, okay, well, that's fair. All is fair in love, war, and wars of faith, I guess. Anyways, I'm not your host today, but I'm not the GM. Your GM is Charles.
Me. Hi.
Coughing on the mic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to get all the gunk out my system from when I was sick.
He's dying, Silver.
Oh my god. Not yet.
Too bad.
Oh, also, Matt Cam's on today.
I think my family still are too.
Cool. I'm actually going to do something I never thought I'd say. System, display, regular landscape. Keep these changes.
You can't turn on your camera yet.
Oh no. It's not that.
Okay, cool.
It's the fact that I'm just trying to see if me turning off my... No. Okay, so I do have to keep it inverted. Got it. Okay.
Well, I guess I'm not the only one fumbling out the date. Charles, it's your job to introduce everyone.
Yes. Well, I heard a laugh of a certain player. Hello, Silver. Or Shiver.
No, Silver.
Hello.
Silver. Yeah, you did put it out. Hell, why you do that? Shiver.
None of you protest the Shah.
Okay, that was edgy. Speaking of edgy ire. Hello. Will.
Well, it's your cue.
Hello.
Know your Discord name, good sir.
Got
As I
distracted
went
by
into
my
my-
cat a bit.
Of course
Lock
you
the
did.
cat out. Ice him out, nice. Ice him out, nice. Kick your cat out of your room.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay.
do you want to be interrupting session again with, oh god, he's behind the computer?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
it is fine. I'll shut the door.
Don't worry, you can pet your cat on the break. Keyword, I said cat, not something else, even though that'd even be funnier.
That would just be, what the fuck, Carl?
Look,
That would just be no.
we entered the fumble dimension, okay?
Look, I'm in pain,
What the-
okay?
What the
Deal
hell,
with it.
Carl?
Okay, guys, we've already talked about religion and
Anyways.
sex in the first 10 minutes of the YouTube video. I hear if we talk about one more controversial subject, we get a gold star.
Like the Wars of Bossing Say, or in this case, Corleone. Hello, Lewis. Assuming you're there.
Roses are red, dying is gay. There is no war in Bossing Say.
All right. So, I got to introduce the artwork of 5 of the characters from last time. However, I guarantee you none of you wrote down their names or what you guys talked about. So, who's going to read notes to confirm my theory?
Silver. She's the one who wrote them.
I don't even have the thing open. Right.
You should
Hey,
Sorry,
to be
beast.
fair, Silver, we never expect you to have them open when we ask you to read them.
Yeah, at this point, it's a kind of tradition.
I mean, that and half the time I'm not expected that I'm having to be the ones to take notes all the time because I can barely keep up to take notes half the time.
Oh, if you need me to stop for a moment so you can catch up on notes, you just simply need to call it out. I am more than willing to accommodate. I'm not a douche.
Also, I've not been taking. I haven't been taking notes because you said you've been taking them. Mac and cheese.
Well, I mean, there's occasional times that I take them and then times that I don't, so you kind of have to pay attention whether if I do or don't.
Fair enough.
Well, you did
Also-
take them last week,
Yeah, Matt
but
Gibb.
no. Invent
Yes, Gibb.
invent teleportation, then yes.
Frickin' fish and mac and cheese. Ah, Gibb.
Fish, mac and cheese, and fries, and technically it's shrimp.
Oh, fried or regular?
Right.
Matt, fucking
Fried.
come on now.
Oh, jumbo.
Butterfly.
Please tell me it's jumbo. Oh, even better. I Matt,
Just
we might have to take
find a
break early
Catholic church.
because. Yeah, guess what? No.
What, where you'll burn up in flames the minute you enter?
No. Sleep, Tiny. Did not mean to turn you on, you stupid bitch. I'm trying to repop out the kickstand for my art tablet that I'm currently using as a secondary monitor. There we go. I pounded the desk so hard, it literally flattened my screen.
Yay.
Because literally it's just credit card moment. Gib. Anyways. Schiller. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Begin the recap when you're ready.
Yeah, there's a notes are short because there's a part that I literally
We only had
didn't
an
take it
hour
'cause
of
of my
session last
ADHD
week.
labor. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, not the worst thing in the world.
At least
No.
there's a session.
Yeah.
Also,
By the way,
notes stop trying to
guys,
save? Okay.
please don't let me say, oh, we're going to have a golden weekend again and not have enough people for Saturday and Sunday this week. I'm the one who sometimes makes us late. I'm rarely the source of absence. I am not an absent father to my GM life.
Come again?
All right.
I'm not an absent GM father.
Probably so fucking bright. Okay. So player notes of last week. 3/13/2026. Yeah, we're Daijing. We finally leveled up stuff and Carl got a new mic. Hooray! Will Will tell us if he runs away? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
He didn't.
I'm trying my best to take notes as I'm getting yelled at. What the fuck is happening right now? Recap was cringe. Let's find out if Alvaro gets mad at me again. James asked for a raise. What do you have? A rapier. No! Doo-doo was said. James has war crime settings? We still don't know entirely who Ringo is. Also, we're free to continue our non-war crime adventures. Google Docs, this is a fantasy setting. Don't flag us. And then need filler
We're not
notes,
Canadian. We don't have to be worried about being flagged for war crimes.
Matt, I still have to put that in there as a disclaimer. We're not doing actual war crimes. It's a fantasy setting.
Technically, it's sci-fi.
Because I try to
Sorry,
say
I have
that
a
again
whole
without
potato in my
something
mouth.
in your mouth.
Yeah, I was just like, what you stuff in your mouth with?
Fries. No.
I was gonna make this really gay for a hot second, but I'm resisting this time around.
Let it flow, Silver. Let it flow. Look, we already
Just
went
the
off
moment
the
you
deep
said,
end.
just the moment you said, "What are you stuffing yourself with?" and like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Look,
A little gay to me.
as we all know, potatoes are gay in Germany because they were introduced by a German king. That is all. Or a German king who was gay. Sorry. There was context I forgot from that. The excuse, Silver, he was so gay that they excused him not having an heir as him being a misogynist because they could not admit he was a homosexual at that point in time.
Damn.
God.
Yeah. He just hated women too much to ever have sex. Honestly, yeah, I know some people online who are like that.
Also, it's not exactly out of the realm of possibility, all things considered.
Well, he was gay. That's why he didn't have kids, Carl.
Well, yeah, no, but how did he become gay? He could have been misogynistic to the point where he decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gay.
I believe people are born that way is the technical term. Also, I don't.
TLDR, 2 words, Carl. Be gay, do crimes.
That's 4 words.
I don't care. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. I'll be right back.
I mean, it's
That is
two
a word
phrases.
crime, Silver. That is a word crime.
Also, you didn't finish recap.
But yeah, no, Silver said she. No, that's all that's in the notes.
That's
Isn't
all
it?
that's.
Yeah. Yep. No, that like hey Carl, don't make bets that will make you disappointed in your players because you're gonna lose those bets. Isn't that right, Will?
I think faith in your players is a mistake.
I was actually sort of calling you out, but I forgot you GM. So,
Mm-hmm.
like to this day, I still have too much faith that Will be a mature, responsible, experienced veteran of the tabletop. Meanwhile, he's the first one to recommend violence against the shopkeeper in some instances.
What?
To be fair, I'm over exaggerating.
Yeah, I don't remember running through the shopkeeper.
Just NPCs that you can't prove are evil in character.
I don't know why I'm like.
You
trying
did
to
not
use
roll
Will
high
as
enough to
my
prove that they were evil in character, Will.
Yes.
So
I
why?
didn't advocate. Tardy didn't want to kill him.
Well, yeah, Tardy. No, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm getting at.
Yes.
All right. And I'm pretty sure that Silver can still hear. So I'm going to do a pop quiz. Who can remember the names of all the people that I've introduced last week?
Vokuvi Ticket.
I already failed.
Vokuvi Ticket. Was one of them Vex, Wiz, Lycos? Oh, it was Hex and Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered these characters. I couldn't remember their names.
Mm-hmm.
My namespace is already used up, Carl. I don't know what you expect from me.
Fair enough. Question. Since I assume that you can, well, I know you can see the full name. Do you know what that translates to?
No.
Also, Carl, what do you mean by that I didn't finish notes? Because that's literally all that was on notes.
I know, that's why I was just like, I was not sure that I actually
Carl.
expected.
Why would I know what Hexen never Wanglong means?
I was gonna say there does need to be filler notes from last time, so that's why it ended that way.
What do you
Because
mean?
my dumbass forgot to take
Hexen,
half the notes.
what do you mean Hexen ver Wanglong translates to something? You're making that up. Tell me what it translates to, or else. Please, or else. It translates to witchcraft?
In German, yeah.
That's so dumb. I cannot believe
it's
that
German,
you have
damn it.
taken such an easy excuse for a name. I could never have done that thousands of times in my own campaigns.
It's called, I used a translator to go ahead and it's like, I want to go ahead and try to make this a thematic name and also something that most people wouldn't be able to get off the rip. Let's go.
Then use
German.
Latin. Use freaking Latin, okay? That way, if
Latin
I say
Latin literally has 5 different languages that you can use to go ahead and take a guess off of. One of which is English. The other is Spanish, Italian. I think German's
freezing
even in there.
my ass off over
Germany,
there.
one
first
other.
of all, English is not a romantic language, neither is German.
No, but we use a shit ton of words there derived from Latin.
English is not
Right.
a romantic language, it's a dumbass language.
Well, no, Silver. Romantic is a term for languages that come from Latin, which is Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian. I know those four for sure.
And unfortunately, the
Just
language
said-
we speak is dumbass coded.
Well, no, well, the language we speak is 3 languages in a trench coat.
Is in a
Oh my
trench
god,
coat.
Matt, just let me be funny for 5 seconds.
But it's even funnier when you're accurate, because we speak a mixture of Celtic.
I don't live to be accurate, Matt.
We speak a mixture of Celtic, Germanic, and France. Okay?
Also a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say, Matt,
actually more
we
from the
got- we
French.
got-
Matt, read my highlight. Matt, read my highlighting icon. I don't live to be accurate.
It's funny. It is.
Ugh.
It is so much funnier to say, instead of, oh, English is dumb, it's English is 3 children trying to get into a movie theater at the adult languages while wearing a trench
Oh
coat.
my god.
That's a funny picture. You telling me that's not a funny picture? 3 kids masquerading as an adult to buy a ticket to an R-rated movie?
Ugh, god.
Also, Carl, you know,
Anyway, since notes have been slightly done for today, what are we doing?
Cool. All right. So, does anybody remember where we left off?
James
Because
was
you kind of
bothering
were going
Hex.
all over the fucking. Yes, you were bothering Hex.
I could retroactively do the notes when I'm not on ADHD. That's my secret
never
capital.
off
Yeah,
ADHD.
exactly. That's my secret. That's why Silver doing a rudimentary notes and then me filling in gaps where there's a lack of stuff going on. So, like, if you want a more in-depth recap for everything, I asked Ticket for a raise. We met Vokuvi, Lycos, Ghost, found out that I was 3 versions behind and had war crime settings, and then I started bothering Hex because I wanted to know where we were going.
Which he was still working on.
Which I told him he's had it for a day.
To which he would reply, "You do realize I have to go through over 100,000 transfer logs, right? Trying to narrow down which one is kind of hard, especially since they don't say who. And also, for some reason, they don't have priorities, which is weird."
I mean, if no one's really a threat to you while they're in your custody, it's not really weird. Oh my god, we do not have time for this. We're gonna let you get back to work. I'm gonna go bother someone else, but I expect some results in the next 24 hours.
I might want the captain back. He just gets right back to work.
Yeah, that we all do, but if you don't get those results quickly enough, we might not get him back. That's what I'm saying. Chop, chop. And he leaves.
Just that I hate the fucking interim boss face.
Joke's on him. I'm not even his boss. He doesn't have to take my shit for anything. Just sound like I'm a boss, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I feel like the boss. Fly the ship like a boss.
Oh, God.
Shut up.
Torment me. All right. Well, who do you wish to bug? Because unfortunately, yeah.
I'm gonna go bug Iritris. Iritris, I am taking advantage of the fact you talk now instead of hand sign.
And she just
Oh,
turns and looks at you. And then just because you said that, she hand signs what?
James hand signs a middle finger and says, "You know what I mean. Come on, let's talk."
And she just kind of blinks and then she signs back to him. What is it you need to talk about?
Iritris, we can use our words here. This is a safe place.
And she just signs to him, I'm aware of that.
James signs back to her. Look, my understanding of sign language is rudimentary at best. At some points, I'm not even sure if I'm using the right sausages. What? Wait, and then he says, I'm pretty sure I didn't use... I'm not sure if I'm using the right words, was the end of that, but I don't know if I know the proper term for words in sign language.
She just signs to him. It's not like I can't understand when you talk versus signing. You can talk and I can still understand.
What did you call my mother?
she just face palms.
Like I said, my understanding of sign language is only rudimentary, and I can't tell you if you called my mother a nerf herder.
TLDR, I'm gonna have to explain to him like he's 5, and she like just really basic hand signs. I understand talk.
Right, I don't understand sign language some of the time.
She just audibly sighs. It's like, you need to work on that. What do you need?
First of all, I have a pretty decent understanding of sign language for the most part. Second of all, the only reason you went to back the signing shit to me was because I was being sassy about you finally talking, which is well deserved. But at the same time, do not sass the sass man.
She just stares at him.
Look, it's like you don't try and out Pizza the Hut, okay?
It's not that hard.
She squints at him in confusion. It's like, how does what?
What I'm saying
what do
is,
you
don't
need?
go. I believe it or not, I'm just here to talk to you as friends. I know, foreign concept. Tell me about your deity.
I don't really know much of him, to be honest.
What? Really? You make it sound like... Wait. Who the fuck do you even worship again?
Hold on. I need to look at my sheet to make sure I actually, reference this right. If my sheet would load, hello. Been open. There we go.
The joke's on
Looks like
you,
everything
thinking
is
your sheet would load.
currently stupid. It's because I had it minimized.
Yup.
Being an asshole. I was gonna say she kind of sits there to think for a moment. It's like, it's the Leviathan. I don't. I presume I talked about this before.
Leviathan. The heck is a Leviathan?
She kind of shrugs her shoulders.
Wait. Don't you get healing power from this deity?
I'm not fully sure, really. Like I say, I don't know a whole lot about this character, so I don't know.
You call the deity you worship huh. You are either the most faith-driven person I've
you
ever...
did give her a deity with very vague details about it.
Will, they're not that vague. Silver, what do you have to read for info about that deity? I sent you the file, right? Might be a Google Docy, so that way you could open it, and I didn't have to send like a multi.
I was gonna say you sent me. You sent me a file.
Yeah. Pretty sure I sent you a freaking Google Doc with like all of the pages for, like pages upon pages of lore for your deity of choice.
I mean, yeah, I looked at that page, but then, since I couldn't decide on deities before, you prompted me with, hey, what?
Right. Okay, I gotta find it again because, no, Silver, I have given you world building text, okay? The sacred world building text.
Yeah, I don't remember this, and even if it's been like that long ago, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll send it to you again.
All right.
Because man, the only reason I'm sending this to you is because Will's like, there's not much detail. Motherfucker, it's one of the most detailed characters in this entire series. I have 57 pages of freaking. There's technically a holy handout, okay?
What the
Sorry,
fuck?
a holy pamphlet.
All right, let me check this out.
Be fair, I guess I'm more thinking of in terms of like, yes, we know what this character is, but how well have you defined like an actual like mythos of your character and how the organization works fundamentally?
Pretty
Or his
fucking
worship of you
defined.
works.
Pretty fucking defined. Like I said, there's Silver will open it up, and Silver, how many pages are in that?
Fucking excuse me. 184. Brother, do you expect me to sit here and read this whole thing throughout the session?
No, I do not. Like I said,
What the fuck?
Look, I said it's one of the holy handouts, okay? But if you ever
Jesus
thought, oh, what does this
criminy,
deity think of this XYZ thing? Like, Also, his worship is pretty relaxed, as he is in life, my man. Like, more or less, he will give you power based upon vibes. Like, if he feels you will be a force of good in the world, if you have power from him, he will give it to you. It's not very anathema-pilled, for the most part. Well, yeah, Silver, it's 54 pages of scripture. Technically, it's just philosophical treatises.
Yeah, for me to respond to you in character of any of this, I don't have very much context, and there's 184 pages of shit that if I wanted to give any context, I'd have to skip through this whole entire fucking thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know what to do here in regards to that, considering you've sent me an entire, half novel.
I might need to give her a Cliff Notes version, which would be helpful.
I can give her a Cliff Notes version very quickly later on, but I figured I'd give her the whole world building document I have for this character on the back end if she was interested.
Yeah.
Jeez, crime to Christmas. I'm gonna be reading this until
Why do
I'm
you think
like,
Will
fucking
is
30.
Why do you think Will is horrified of the amount of world building work I put into this shit?
I don't fucking know.
That's one character's fucking philosophy in life. 184 pages.
Yeah. I wonder.
Guys,
You
I
know,
wrote
just for an
six.
interesting
I wrote
idea. I
60.
might bring this up after session.
What?
Actually, I think about. I was thinking something about world building that we might want to go into later. Just to. It's an interesting question. I kind of want to hear the answer for. But
Again, these are ways of me organizing my thoughts. A lot of these world
oh yeah,
building.
no, that's fine. That nothing
Yeah.
to do with exactly the organization of it or anything. It's just like, okay, I guess I'll ask it. You'll definitely write it as a way of how Matt thinks and feels about how worship should be. But did you write it in? Did you
I did
write
not write
the
it
religion in the content?
Yeah, if you're what I think you're trying to ask me is, have I written like an Archives of Nethys style page for it yet? No, I
No,
need
no,
to
no,
do
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no. No, what I'm saying is, did you write how the followers behave in context of what you think, or is it what the followers would think on the outside looking in?
It is so the scriptures they use are just treatises he wrote while being alive.
Huh. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So the followers act all sorts of ways because it is treatises from someone who is sort of a philosopher second, so they're very loose into their interpretation on things.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I'm just more thinking that like it would lead to, even if like you're very specific with how they so there's a lot of ways you can make things interesting by how different people interpret things differently.
Right. I
And
haven't.
just add a lot of depth and
Yeah.
and hell, interfaction schisms too, which can be interesting.
Right. That's a different handout, my man. This is a handout that's
Okay.
like, it's like, hey.
Oh no, I wasn't asking about the specific handout, just in general.
Yeah. And Silvers be right back. But yeah, no, like a lot of like this campaign is gonna introduce you to a few followers of the guy, all of which are different, but you know. I sort of think I've told you the joke that followers of this particular deity are weird in like the sense of the fact that, you know, they're not always super popular. In the sense that they seem to have a major stick up their rear end a lot of the times.
I thought it was carefree.
The worship is carefree, however, the philosophy is they have a stick up their rear end a lot. The worship is carefree, the organization is carefree to the point where there's not really an organization, but the people who are stronger believers and stronger followers of the philosophy tend to be a little strict on themselves. Like I said, there's 182 pages, my man.
Seems a little incongruent, but okay.
Yeah. It does seem a little incongruent because, you know, it's almost like I have a lot to explain here and like, you know.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, have you guys met Matt? Like the character Matt? Like, carefree with a stick up his ass is how I describe that man. That's pretty accurate to the guy's character. I don't really care.
I'm just thinking that's like a perfect example of what could lead to a lot of incongruency with the people that worship him, because there is people who take a laid back approach, and there are ones who don't because how people are, And then you would just run into some schism there, I think.
Yeah, that's not even the weirdest part. There's technically an evil cult surrounding this guy.
Yeah. That's fun.
They do not get powers in the same way as the other cults, but they are technically ways you can worship those philosophical treatises and be an ass. Or are they evil? We haven't met them yet. You'll have to decide if they're evil or not for yourselves.
It's an interesting concept because you can have interesting concept to explore with a character like that, because then you just run into the fact that even if Matt has supposedly done things correctly, just because even with the example he set, there's so many different interpretations, and it would lead to potentially bad things occurring because of said interpretations, and good things.
You mean like Saren Ray?
Yes.
Yes. Good. That's what I was going for with the sort of idea of how it was. Like, there's the... Unlike Saren Ray, though, Matt does not give fucking powers to the evil people burning everything to the ground because nothing can be saved. I understand why Saren Ray does, because everything is evil and nothing can be saved at the end of the day. Gurkfall was a mistake. Changed my mind.
Not even. I know you don't even believe that.
I don't. I'm just being a shit.
Like I said, you gotta. If you're gonna trigger me, you gotta try harder.
ReZero is mid up until season 2.
I know you all. I also know you don't believe that.
I know people who I think are good people who think season 2 and 3 of ReZero are worse than season 1.
Yeah, you know people who think that, okay?
Technically, Will, your excuse of being emo, but never fully committing, so you're always in the stage, is not accurate. Because you're not really emo, and you've never even partially committed. You just pretend to be edgy for the internet brownie points of your peers.
I don't really pretend to be edgy. I never really consider myself edgy in the first place.
Okay, well, you win. I can't find a way to rage bait you today. Oh, wait, yes, I can. Shillium is such a good name, such a good nickname for you for Discord, and I want to change it back to that.
Yeah, I definitely believe that you think that.
Carl, have we given you time to stretch with all of that?
Oh my god.
That was our plan.
Yes.
Give you natural ability to stretch.
Yes. I'm just
well,
like,
that was my plan.
Yes. I was just like, why are we on this tangent? I'm so confused.
It is
funny. Just came out of fucking nowhere.
How did Silver pronounce that name again? Leviathan? Leviathan. How? Leviathan.
Leviathan. Alright, so now the question is, how... Okay, gotcha. Well, shit.
What's going on?
Oh, you can check the Roll20 chat.
Well, yeah. Silver's away. That's also part of the reason.
Mm-hmm. So, is there any other poking and prodding that you would like to do with anyone else?
I could check in on Reeve.
You can.
I don't know where he'd be.
Good
Right, I forgot to mention
question.
this, Carl. I should be training with Vex again now. Or is that
After Reeve
Soldier?
was officially hired, the bridge, he's a pilot.
Yeah, but if I go there and I start bothering you, I'm gonna start bothering Hex, and we don't have too much time for that. But yes, fair enough.
You talk as if your character's ever cared about that before.
Yeah, to be fair, that was before he put together the fact that if they don't have transfer logs with threat levels, then no one's considered a threat, which means that at any given moment, if if the captain slips up, he's a dead man. Because if no one has a threat level or any sort of level of clearance dedicated to them, then everyone is basically a faceless cog in the machine. And if everyone's a faceless cog in the machine, that means they could probably they probably have them chained up in a way where they can kill them if they start acting funny.
Or you can roll me an intelligence check.
Feel that would be more society, brother.
Oh no, this is recollection of your memory, because you probably can figure this out because you had a conversation with Trinket, and you should remember this particular detail, but I doubt that you remember it. So I'm giving you a roll to see if you remember something
19.
that was brought up. Okay. You remember that Trinket recently mentioned to you when you had the private conversation with her that he had gotten married. What do you think was happening at the time?
Brother, I have a feeling that I would need a society check for this because this seems like it's based on personal culture.
Go ahead.
Also, I like my idea better that they could just kill him anytime he acts up. 29, not 20.
Yeah, no. Based on the traditions of the Dragonkin, they probably just got to their honeymoon when this shit went down, based on the time frame. And also the extra worry about an additional party that Trinket voiced during your conversation was
Ticket.
likely
Her
his
name is
wife.
Ticket.
Ticket is not his wife.
No, her name is Ticket. You keep calling her Trinket.
My fucking bad, okay? mean,
These are your
in
characters!
I'm in pain.
I know.
I'm trying to get some food in my stomach because I haven't
Yes.
eaten yet today.
Yes. Anyways, what about my theory about the Vesk having good enough control over their prisoners that they don't have to give them a threat level or a security clearance because they can kill any of them at any time with how they're chained up? I did get that 20.
That is likely the case.
Fucking nailed it!
But there's a little gap in there, and is that based on what you have heard of Ragnar, the only possible way it would be that combined with the knowledge I just gave you.
Well, yeah.
Because he would try to at some point.
Except for the fact his wife would die. Well, that would make him depressed a boy.
Yes.
James is smart, apparently. Is James smarter than me? No. Truly, it is James. That is the dumbass. Fuck it. Let's go bother Reeve. But James goes to the bridge. Reeve!
Hey there.
Hello. What?
Is your quest?
No, conscious, not now. Reeve, who do you worship?
It's a great question. I'm in Zeros' camp where I serve something greater than any single deity. But since you've probably never had the chance to ask him about this, and you probably don't even know who Zeros is offhand, let me introduce you to a concept that you may not have heard. I follow that which is called the Great Will. The Great Will is an interesting entity. It's that which spawned forth the
That
collective
was inconvenient
consciousness
timing I had, but hi.
of entity itself, as well as the axiomatic principles by which animals operate.
Anyway.
The very natural order of this world, of all worlds, is governed by it.
Huh.
The axis on which the planets was evolved, basically.
I see. So,
And its
everything.
goal is very simple. It wishes for things to continue to exist, for sentient life to continue to grow and flourish. And its anathema is basically anything that would be tantamount to stopping that.
Haven't we done some great atrocities? I mean, we technically blew up that one building with what is the equivalent amount of a weapon of mass destruction worth of force.
And what were they doing in that building?
Sacrificing people.
To a
Okay.
non-existent god? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that falls in line with what I should do.
So wait. If a war crime helps save more people than it kills, does this follow
A war
into...
crime against war criminals? That's just the way of war itself. What are you on about?
Uh, fair enough. I'm gonna go get my war crime setting turned back on. I'll be right back.
The war crimes are war crimes because they are against civilians.
Ah. Wait. What if calling a village ends up with the lack of destruction of 5 villages?
Semantics. It's not my place to say.
So wait. Are you saying the philosophy you follow is essentially the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? In less words?
For the most part.
Huh. But how do you know what outcome ends
Furthermore,
up
that
creating the best for the many instead of the few?
I do what is instructed of me by the person who's guiding me at the time, or person or entity rather. And that person just so happens to be Zeros, who I have a direct comm with. So it's less faith and more following orders at this point.
Huh.
Granted, when it comes to the question of who am I to follow orders from up here, really, when you reach high enough on the echelon of mortality, we're all at the same table.
I have a feeling you mean more to that than I care to know, and I don't want to find out more.
Fair enough.
Yes. Now, I'm gonna go get my rapier back from Iratrice, who has stole my rapier because apparently I can't be trusted with weapons that have pointy edges. Apparently I'll impale myself on them.
You were running with it again, weren't you?
Motherfucker, I run with guns all the time. Where's the problem?
You can lunge with a rapier, but you shouldn't just run with it at your side Naruto style, my dude.
I am not running with it at my side, Naruto style. I am practicing running around a combat field with it. What? Okay, that's fair. These are pretty cramped hallways. Okay, fine. I get the point. I'm gonna go get it back now before she throws it in the salvage bin.
Fair enough.
Fuck did I just see?
And James goes back to Iratrice. Is like, hey, Iratrice, on a scale of 1 to 10, we might be completely fucked. Give me my rapier back. We might need it sooner rather than later.
She like turns around after she's been like looking through like a bunch of like notes and stuff that she's had with her. It's like, I currently don't have it with me.
Where is it then? You took it from me.
Yeah, but after that, I put it away.
Where did you put it away?
She's like trying to like organize her notes and papers and stuff back together to put them away. It's like, believe I put it away in our rooms that we're staying in.
We're in our rooms right now.
And she like looks around for a second. It's like, oh, I guess I kind of got a little lost looking through all the stuff here.
Yeah, what are those papers, by the way?
She like looks at him and looks back to him. And, oh, since you were questioning me about who I worshipped and all that, I had to revise through like my notes that I had for it at the time that I was.
Oh, so it's like a holy book. Can I flip through it here?
Sharon, she like hands it over. I'll look for the rapier meanwhile.
Thank you. The fuck is this about a light of... What is... The fuck is this about a light of destruction and a gentle darkness? Fuck, why have I heard this before?
I couldn't tell you, and she's like looking around like under the bunks and stuff trying to find it.
Oh, it's Taoism. That's weird. This guy's name does not strike me as someone who'd be into Taoism.
She just kind of shrugs.
Is this guy like a prophet of your deity, or like...
She like looks over to him. I'm not fully sure. I haven't been able to decipher majority of the figures mentioned in any of these of who they were. Wait. They seem related. Generally, they seem related in a way, but I can't determine status.
How exactly... Well, you must learn this deity from someone. I mean, you have paper... These are literally treatises written by a guy named Matt. A fucking old name. Fucking Bertha? What was his name? Bertha or something? Margaret? Mildred? Fucking weirdo. Who names a kid Matt?
She just kind of like sighs and just continues to look. Well, besides that, again, I can't decipher who most of these people are, but they seem related to him, so I just can't say in what way.
Oh, I like this. Valor is an act in which you choose what is right, despite the cost, instead of just through fighting. That's nice.
Yeah, quite a bit of things throughout that whole thing. I've probably gone through it a few different times, but since recent events, I haven't really been able to refresh my memory.
Yeah, we've been going through some weird crap recently. Oh, what's this? Violence is not a... violence is never the answer. It is a constant question. And the value of someone's character is determined by when and how they choose to use violence, and whether or not it is proper and necessary. That's a nice quote.
Where the hell did I... And at this point, she's like lifting up the mattress to look underneath it to make sure she didn't like tuck it there.
All right.
True justice requires mercy, because without mercy, justice decays into cruelty. That's a good quote.
was gonna say she looks over and there's quite a few of those in there. It's roughly what majority of that whole thing is, but it still at least holds plentiful information for the most part.
Justice asks, how do we repair the harm? Mercy asks, how do we protect the future? That's another good quote.
This goes on for another hour.
5 hours later.
Ew, he got
5 hours
married. That's
later.
weird. Marriage is such a weird concept. It's like, oh yeah, I love you so much. Let's get the government involved so we can pay less in taxes.
I mean,
Meanwhile,
when you put
she's
it
just
that way,
been
it
looking.
does seem a little weird.
Because meanwhile, he's just still been looking through it. Irish has just been sitting on her bunk with the rapier in hand now after she found it. She's just been waiting for him to finish reading through it.
Meanwhile, I like to think James has spontaneously gotten out a little comfort chair and has been flipping through it. I was like, your deity's weird. I don't know if who this is and related to... How did you pronounce the name of your deity?
Leviathan.
Ah. Yeah, this guy's weird. Is this the Leviathan or is this like one of his disciples? I don't know. Good guy. Seems like a decent fellow. Maybe got a weird case of a stick up his ass, but you know.
She just kind of like rubs her face, like. I mean,
Oh, my rapier! There it is.
She just groans, like, yeah, all right. But to answer your question on that, I'm kind of in the between of whether to say that that is him or that's not. I haven't completely come to terms on that yet.
So, what, are you looking for, like, fellow worshippers? Are you, like, one of the few people who worshipped him in your hometown or something?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't really mentioned too much to anybody nor my own people who I've chosen. Because technically, we're all very weird about other people's take on what they believe in and all of that. Some of it shameful, some of it just quiet judgment, but I never really mentioned anything ever since I left.
Ah.
So there could only be me, there could be more. I never really found out.
So wait a second. Religion, where you come from, is a deeply personal thing and not organized in the slightest?
I mean, we're free to believe in what we like, but a lot of it, we tend to judge others that aren't us of their own beliefs. Which it's a very, to put it in perspective, a very weird case, but that's usually how most of it tends to be.
Yeah,
sometimes we care, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, that does certainly sound weird. Well, it could be worse. You could worship Callistria.
she just kind of like looks at him.
He's waiting for you to.
You got through. Have you gotten through majority of that book?
Good. You didn't question my religion when I jokingly brought it up as could be worse. You could be worshiping it. Good. I worship Callistria. And I'm holding a rapier.
I was gonna say, she just kind of blinks, like, you realize if you went a little further into that, you would have probably found bits and pieces about that too.
Yeah, but it's 182 pages. Who in their right mind has the time to write that much, let alone read that much?
She just slowly gets a dreaded look on her face as she's
I
just
don't
staring at
know.
him.
Who would possibly have that?
Who would possibly have the time to read through that 184 pages worth multiple times?
I did proofread it several times, so yes. Yes, I did have the time to do that.
Man,
I'm
calling
saying
yourself
remotely in
out.
character that Iritris would have read through it like multiple times. A few hours of her life almost every single day has been taken off of her person because she's read through that fucking thing multiple times.
Hey, you know what we should do now that I have my rapier back and he puts it back in his sheath? We should go bug Marcus.
Because then she just squints at him. It's like, because now don't go blazing out of this room because so help me.
No, you first.
And she just proceeds to get up while also grabbing the book back too. She was still
So,
relatively
Carl,
like holding
Vex
it.
is the soldier trainer, right? That you said.
No, that's.
Oh, which one is
Nola.
it?
It's
No
Nola.
what?
Okay.
And unfortunately, someone please explain to me in the chat, if anybody knows, why the hell the limit for file size is 10.5.
Have you not made a token using token stamp for Null yet?
No.
Then do it so we can get the art.
I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
I'm actually probably going to make a token for all of them. That's the point. But right now,
Well-
we're just going to do Nolit, and then I will do. I guess it's tokens. Actually, I could just.
Actually, Silver, did you actually read the part where it did mention the deities that Matt held in high regard in his life? Because that is a part of it.
I did not, but I just took a gamble. That's probably what was in there, so I I took a gamble on it to say it.
Not the only deity that's in there, Silver.
Who else was in there?
Shaylin, Saren Ray, Desna, Kaden Kalian, Iori, freaking Kyrgyz.
Yeah, no, I pretty much just took a gamble of like, would there be anything written about any other deities in this? Let's take
There's
a gamble.
also a
and say
lot
that
of
there is.
Taoist. There's also a lot of Taoist philosophy in there as well. It's the fun part.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Damn.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Indeed, one of us. Indeed.
The mat cam is on today. Just reminding you all that I have to remind myself because I forgot the mat cam was on. Tell the cops I'm gayer than they thought.
I was gonna say, don't tell me you've been scratching your ass on camera. You didn't
No, I
realize
have
until you
not.
reminded
I have
yourself.
not been scratching my ass on camera, thankfully. No, but Silver.
Mhm.
Did I tell you I won $15 at work for Graves in a Santa costume?
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know what the funniest part about that was? Just put I just put a Santa hat on him. That's all. Santa orc. My personal favorite fan theory of this show is I'm fucking the creator of it. But my personal favorite fan theory of this universe is that Graves goes on to become Santa Claus, but the Krampus version of Santa Claus, where he beats the crap out of young kids who do bad to their parents.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Interesting.
Hey, look, Krampus isn't the worst version of Santa Claus. There's the racist version of Santa Claus in the Netherlands.
Ah, damn.
What?
Why the Netherlands?
I think it's the Netherlands. It's one of the kingdoms that never became part of Germany or France, but was part of the Holy Roman Empire. So could have been a lot of people. Long story short, Silver. Um, there he has a black companion in that part of the world that's literally named something like Blackface or Black Guy or something like that in the language. So yes, the racist version of Santa is a thing in Europe, just not the Europe that everyone thinks it's part of.
Interesting.
I would hate for it to be the one place that did so much to the Congo that yeah, the other day I learned that the Congo is where we get the origin of the frame of the term crimes against humanity. And it comes from an African American writer. And I don't mean a writer from the Congo. No, I mean a guy who was from America, who's of African descent, who went there and helped coin the term crimes against humanity. I say helped coin the term because he was inspired by the crimes against humanity that the European nation who colonized the place was doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yep. Just remember, kids, rubber is tree sap.
Okay.
So before
Not
you
sure if
go,
we need to know that.
before you go tapping a tree and trying to eat some syrup, just remember your sides might turn into rubber.
God.
And if you'll get lit on fire after doing so, oh wait, no, that's sorry. I was thinking of the invention of napalm, which came because of we didn't have enough rubber trees to make all the rubber we needed during World War II. So we tried mixing rubber with stuff, and we tried mixing rubber with petroleum jelly, and that created napalm.
Yeah.
Which technically, the reason we didn't have enough rubber during World War II relates all the way back to the invention of canned food. Therefore, the invention of canned food led to the invention of napalm. So we can blame the French for the invention of napalm. And that's my TED Talk.
Damn.
It was a French guy who invented canned food, by the way, if you weren't aware. However, he moved to Britain and then patented the idea in Britain because he could make money in Britain instead of France. So technically, we could also blame the British for the invention of napalm as well.
Dang. Why do we do such things? Let's see here. So let's do this. Choose a file this time, and we want the token. Will it load? It will. Good.
Yeah. Also,
save changes.
One last fun fact for the road. Did you know an weather phenomenon called a glory, which is a little thick cloud, sort of rainbowish thing that looks like an angel, is responsible for the invention of the atomic bomb?
I'm not surprised. I'm going to be honest.
So the long short of it, the long short of it is someone invented the cloud chamber to figure out how he could make his own form of a glory. They X-rayed the cloud chamber, discovered particles, which led to the invention of particle physics, which led to the invention of the atomic bomb. So if you are actually taking any lesson away from this, remember that due to the butterfly effect and chaos theory, any small change you make today could end up saving the world in the future. Or doing it. Could do either. Or both.
Entirely depends on Which side of history you end up being on?
Well, I mean, like, the person who invented, like, there's a guy who killed millions of people and saved millions more due to the same chemicals he created. Because it turns out the guy who created a lot of the stuff the Nazis used for their various war crimes also invented a lot of good medicine to help people not die.
Damn.
Also, the other day I was reading a news story and there was a herbicide that was spilled somewhere in California that this is an actual thing. Contact with it is deadly. There is no cure. That's not an herbicide, man. That's just poison.
Damn. Okay, and then I have that for whenever you find the captain. Cool.
I thought you were gonna bug my character.
Yeah, I've been waiting for him to load Null it because you're going to Null it, and I'm gonna go bug you and Null it.
Cool.
Because what's he gonna do? Make me drop and give 40? You don't think he's in charge of me. I'm not in charge of me.
He'll fucking kneecap you and then force you to have 40.
Can't force me to do 40 push-ups if he has to break my arms to make me do push-ups.
No. I said kneecap. There's a difference.
Yeah, and I said I wouldn't give him 40.
I'm pretty sure
even
that
if he
would get in
broke
the
my
way
legs.
of you doing push-ups as well.
Yeah.
No, you said if he broke his arms. There's a difference.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I wouldn't let you. I tell you, hey, you broke my legs, now break my arms instead. You might break my body, but you'll never break my spirit to annoy people.
I don't know how much time we got.
Until break 15.
I wasn't talking about break.
Will, when have I ever made a character who's so easily broken who isn't an NPC?
That was a joke. Jesus.
Yeah. But Will, I am the joke.
He's not wrong.
Oh. You're not supposed to agree with me.
Look, let's be honest. Everybody tunes into this to see what kind of shenanigans you get up to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you are the chaos.
I am the danger. I am the one who knocks.
No, that's Broly. Anyways. Song
Fucking
reference.
Breaking Bad reference.
No, I was referencing I think it was Fable's Broly song called One Who Knocks.
Right. Which is a reference to Breaking Bad, because I'm pretty sure. Well, regardless, Nolet, what is Nolet doing here?
Training Will right now on how to not accidentally shoot things.
What do you mean accidentally shoot things? He shoots me fine all the time on
No,
purpose.
I'm shooting. No, I
Area
shoot things
fires.
entirely on purpose.
No, you're trying to avoid friendly fire is what you're trying to do, which is accidental.
Things he already knows how to do.
Yeah, except for when you use area fire, which is a cone.
Things he already knows. He sort of knows how to do.
Right.
You forget how long he's been around.
Well, yeah, but you gotta learn from Nolan, and you just, you know.
You have to learn
Yeah.
the feat from Nolan, basically. Yep.
Yeah.
Or at least it gives you the excuse to take it.
So James walks up to him and was like, "Are you a lizard folk or a dragonkin? Or a Vesk?"
You'll put the name of the Vesk mightily upon my shoulders.
Doesn't
For it is
answer my
burden to
question.
bear. He's basically trying to say that, yes, he's a Vesk.
Oh, okay. So,
It's like, yes, because the fucking name of Vesk is actually like one of those things where it's just like, my people do a bunch of shitty things and I get a bunch of fucking blame for it. It's literally my burden to bear, so put it on me like a yoke.
okay. Well, there's no need to get all Jesus-y about it. Jesus-y about it. 'Sorry, Jesus-y. 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 'Sorry, Jesus-
Who the fuck is this?
I'm the leader
I
of the
do not know
ground
who you
crew.
speak of.
My name is James. I lead the ground crew.
I know who you are. I'm talking about who you just referred to.
Jesus.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
Apparently some guy who got martyred by the Chilaxians back in the old days.
Pre-gap?
Pre-gap.
What the fuck is a
Good
Chilaxian?
lord.
You're gonna hear from probably some random person. Because the only people who really should know what the Chilaxians is are probably my character.
I just got finished reading the sacred text, Will. They do mention Sheliax. They do not mention Jesus, but I like that in joke, and I think Carl likes that in joke.
It's just funny. It's just like, who the fuck is this? You speak a foreign name to one like me, and the first thing I want to know is, can they fucking fist fight?
I don't know if they can fist fight. They have holes in their hands.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Also, above table, Matt. We definitely need to see if a particular someone is a deity, because god damn it, I could so see this man being under him.
Later. Anyways, Nolan,
Yeah,
I have
later.
to ask you a question.
Yes.
What Vesk are you from? Vesk 1, Vesk 2, Vesk 3, Vesk 4, Vesk 5. He will keep going till Vesk 500 if you do not stop him. Vesk 6, Vesk 7, Vesk 8, Vesk
He's
9,
not from
Vesk
any of those. He's probably
10.
from some another planet.
All of the Vesk planets are named Vesk. We were literally on Vesk 562 a second ago.
Just because he's a Vesk doesn't mean he's on the he grows up on the same planet, you dingus. I'm saying that in character now.
There's a higher likelihood of him growing up on a Veskarium planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up on Vesk too.
See? It's not racist if it's statistically probable.
My favorite pastime is taking a giant freaking fish and teaching it the ways of the land.
So your pastime is bringing a fish out of water and choking it to death?
No, being up against a rock.
You know, Marcus, you don't seem that bad anymore.
Congratulations.
Artrish just kind of like sighs.
I thought I had war crime settings, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Or did you... Wait. Question, did you beat a fish against a rock because it was the best way to practice with a melee weapon because you grew up too poor to actually own melee weapons?
The fuck you say?
Hey, it's a fair question. I don't know what his social background is like. Vesk 2 is a very rich planet, so I figured there's both rich and poor people, and I figured I'd give him an out that isn't just needlessly beating a fish against a rock.
Well, it's actually twofold. Technically, yes. Most of the young kids get scrap weapons, so they're really junk and break a lot. And then also food.
Huh. I'm not sure how practicing with a fish sword is conducive to eating, but you know what? Good on you. You're a survivor.
Well, when it's dead, it doesn't, you eat it.
Well, yeah. Nolet the Ripper. I'm going to start calling you Nolet the Ripper.
He just has a slow grin go across his face. Clearly, he likes that nickname.
Yes. By the way, it's a Metal Gear Solid reference.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Technically, any of the
Or is
ones
it
involved Metal Gear Solid 2, 4, and Revengeance, technically.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're talking about Jack the Ripper, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, you might be
Unfortunately, this news
wondering
theme is
how
not
you
rules of
got.
nature.
Yes. You might be wondering, Nolan, how you got us as companions on your travels here. Well, you see, as far as I'm concerned, it all started when I got shot in the back of the head by my own pa.
Damn.
Yeah. Apparently he was impotent, is the reason I have for that. And apparently I found out he was impotent and then he shot me. That's as good as my memories go for right now.
I guess he was also incompetent.
I'm pretty sure I died there for a second.
Yeah, but you're still alive.
Well, yeah, death isn't permanent.
For most people.
Nitrous raises her hand. Nitrous raises her hand. Yeah, he's not dead because of me. And she leans over
No. I'm pretty sure I died and then came back to life because I have a second brain chip in me or something. I don't know. It's complicated. Anyways, there's a weird frog who keeps telling me to ask you if you're a Uruxi. Do you know what Uruxi are?
Considering how old that is, let's find out.
Also from a different planet, because the Vesk are aliens and the Uruxi are not.
Yeah. Which means
that Pathfinder's world building has two different groups of lizard folk. It's pretty cool, actually.
Technically 3, because Vests are technically a version of lizard folk as well, which is kind of weird.
Well, no, Uruxi is the colloquial term for lizard folk in Path 1. They changed it to lizard folk because it wasn't...
I know.
Yeah, so, Uruxi and Vesk, so it's only 2. Unless you count the Dragon Kid, which shouldn't count because they're not lizard folk. The dragon.
Nope, they are Dragonkin.
Yeah.
To say otherwise is an insult to them, and they will bitch slap you for it. He just looks at you. I can see why. But no. Also, frog.
Yeah, his name is Ringo. No, Ringo, I'm not doing cocaine. I don't even know what that is.
You know you want to. God damn it, Keith needs to get back in here. We need to have funny Ringo moments.
Yes. Also, apparently I had war crime settings that were just recently turned off.
They were never on to begin with.
What do you mean?
They weren't on.
We committed a war crime before they were turned off. Obviously they were on.
No.
Sorry, do you not consider blowing up that laboratory a war crime?
Nope.
Pretty sure we did WMD levels of destruction the way we blew it up.
Not a war crime.
Blow it up.
I think people debate whether or not the weapons of mass destruction are a war crime.
That's not a weapon of mass destruction. That's a bomb.
That we put on a crystal that caused an even bigger explosion.
A bigger explosion, but it's not a nuclear explosion.
Hey, that's not fair. We don't know if that crystal was doing nuclear fission and we blew its containment shield.
I know what was happening to the crystal, and no, it was not nuclear fission. It was not.
Yeah.
Vesk mostly just use storage crystals to store excess energy.
The fuck is a storage crystal?
A big, long, hexagonal prism.
Well, how do they get their energy?
6 to 7 feet.
How do they get their energy?
It's a simple, special light infusion technology that we got. It's kind of stupid efficient, actually. Surprisingly, you can literally just put enough light in something, and it somehow, and if the properties are right, just retains it
As
like
energy?
a form of solar radiation. Yeah.
So he did blow up a nuclear battery. He said solar radiation.
I said we the way that those crystals operate are beyond me. That's more for our scientists to try to explain, but yeah. Good luck.
What if,
They don't like spilling.
Yeah, also apparently, yeah, details. But yes, anyways, I see you are working with our good old teammate Marcus.
Yes, he's going to make sure not to kill you.
Oh. Are you sure he said not to kill me and not accidentally kill me?
That'll be entirely depending on his aim.
Yeah, fair.
Right now, we're just trying to make sure that only specific targets are hit within an area of fire.
Yep.
Still calibrating this thing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a good way to calibrate.
Considering he turns things into a pile of goo with that weapon.
It'll be fine. Just don't stand in front of it.
Hey,
that's the best way.
I mean, I don't stand in front of you most of the time.
Uh-huh.
But
you should probably keep it that way.
Yeah, but it seems safer to stand in front of you because I get hit more often by enemies than anything else in our group does.
Yeah, so maybe you should stand behind me.
I do! I do stand behind you.
And you might also want to find cover from time to time.
Yeah, cover's for the weak. Also, you have not been. Look, I can find cover, or you could take aggro off me, okay? What the fuck
I mean,
do
I don't
even
know
get?
why they gun specifically for you for some reason. Maybe because you're loud and you draw a lot of attention for some silly reason.
I am also very good at stopping people from paying attention to us and getting into fights with other people that they're supposed to not get into fights with. I say my loudness has its trade-offs. I mean, that job probably had 1, 2, 3, 4 fights, and we only fought once.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, you did manage that prevent us from fighting them. Yeah. Although I'm not sure you ever asked yourself the question of whether you should be preventing fights.
I mean,
did you ever really think about the fact that we didn't deal with them there, they could be harming someone else right about now?
We blew up the base.
Yeah, we did. They can always make a new one.
Sure, the dead corpses from the base that we blew up a 10-mile radius around can totally make more bases with all those dead hands and dead legs.
You mean the people that were out front?
The people that were
by the explosion?
The people that were out front that then went frantically in to try and find and disarm the bombs because we didn't tell them where the bombs were.
You mean they were smart about it, they would only send some of them in?
They were not smart about it. That's why we blew up the base. They fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Were you there?
Did
you see them go in?
Yeah, we saw them go in before we left. Also, it was a 10-mile radius, my man.
Was it a 10-mile radius?
It was. Like, above board, it was a huge fucking explosion.
I'm asking the GM here.
I wouldn't say 10 miles, but definitely fucking big. Because otherwise, y'all would have been caught in that shit.
Okay, so was it big enough to catch all the people who were out front?
A mile or two, at least.
Yeah, I think we're good.
It's around like a mile or two. They went kablooey.
Yeah, mile radius. So yeah, I think we got them.
By the time we were outside of being able to see them. though? Or did they not just get away from the? Some of them didn't get away from the building.
You have no fucking idea because all
Hmm.
you saw was the giant fucking cloud of explosive dust.
Yeah, so we have
Well-
absolutely no idea.
Well, correction. We haven't. Fuck it. Let's go to the bridge. I gotta ask Cricket. I gotta ask Ticket a question. Because you know what? We didn't check our 6. We have no idea if we're being followed. I just assumed, hey, we blew up the base and a mile around it. I'm pretty sure they didn't have time to evacuate.
All right.
But if they did have time to evacuate and people got out of that, then we're probably being tailed right now, and we need to get rid of that tail or get rid of the people tailing us.
Mm.
Well, only one way to find out then.
Oh, going to the bridge. Hey, Reef, have you seen Ticket?
Not currently, but I am focused on steering.
There anyone following us that you can see via radar or any other of our other abilities of seeing here?
One moment. I believe that'd be a computer's check, right?
That would, yes.
My character sheet's having trouble loading.
You can take your time. Because guess what? We are going to go ahead and take a brief break while we try to sort that out. And
Okay.
All
that
right.
way we can go ahead and have some stretchies.
Yes, we'll be right back, everyone. Today's episode is brought to you by Silver and Kid of Cats Ko-Fi. Go pay them for art! Except for Silver. Silver seems a bit overwhelmed. No kidding. Pay Silver more. Okay, see you in a sec.
All right.
We are back. Okay. I don't know if Lewis is back, though, and he's the one who has to make the check at the end of the day.
Yes, I'm here.
Roll them bones. If, of course, it's actually cooperating now. Oh, I see. I see the advanced dice roller.
It's a
No,
26.
Hot damn. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to let you reflect on why there is a ship tailing you.
That's a good question. I don't think we made any mistakes aside from potentially letting someone escape that building.
Do you want to roll me an intelligence check? It's a little bit of a brainstorm, if you will.
Got a 15 on the dice with +2 for a 17.
What's something that can escape without anyone actually leaving the facility? Because you've used it.
Bombs?
Radios. You forgot to disable their comms.
Pretty sure I couldn't have done that even if I tried, because there was no feasible room for me to turn off the comms in.
In the facility, that wasn't the issue. It was the people who were there. So yeah, there wasn't really anything you could have done about it. But you did just so happen to not think about that.
Yeah.
And decided to recklessly just say, here we are. Come follow us. So yeah, no, you do have someone tailing.
Oh. Well. Fuck. Tickets. Take it!
But we weren't very subtle about
I'm pretty
how we
sure when
got
you
there.
blow up something, you aren't very subtle about it.
No. What I mean by subtle is there are ways we could have done it that wouldn't necessarily be traced back to us.
We
It's out of
didn't.
character because you haven't told them we're being tailed currently.
Well, yeah, also, we didn't have anything linking back to us. We parked the car away from our ship, and we even had Lewis go on his own to talk with the fucking brain guy betray us. Like, you know, like we did pretty good at the silent part of it. Okay,
That was the part where I feel like we weren't being subtle.
what, the brain guy?
Yeah.
Your vibe check of him in the thing? Yeah, no, it wasn't him. It was literally the more likely scenario is they literally just signal boosted back to a base somewhere on the planet that you didn't find out about. This was just their science lab. Doesn't mean they did have bases.
Yeah,
It didn't look like a science lab.
it was a science lab. There were 2 libraries and research, and we stole some of that research.
3 libraries.
Yeah, semantics. Technically, now there are 0 libraries, and we have the research that remains from that place. So we have leverage to convince them to, leave, turn back, or we can destroy the research or destroy them. It's really their choice. But once again,
really think convincing them to leave is a good idea.
I think that it.
Did you not realize what they were doing to other people?
Yeah, but at the same time, we have our own missions to take care of. And also, it's not either of our calls. Take it!
All you hear is a heavy sigh as Ticket walks in with a giant ass mug of coffee.
Yeah, we're being followed.
So I overheard.
I haven't said we've been being followed yet. I only got the message from Reeve a second ago, and I haven't been opening my mouth about that.
Yeah, and I'm an android. I'm in the system. I literally just got the ping from the radar.
So, we've got two options here. We could risk ship damage in a fight with them, potentially derailing us. Or, alternatively, we can originally try a diplomatic solution first. We have some of their research, the only surviving research from that place. And we also have the social blackmail of the fact that we have what else was going on in that place.
They already reported to the authorities.
Yeah, but they don't know that yet.
I think they'll find out.
Yeah, but by the time they find out, we could have changed our trail and gotten a tail completely off us. You know, it's this thing called lying. Sometimes it's better than telling the truth for getting people off of you in a diplomatic situation. Besides, they probably care more about their research than necessarily punishing us for our crimes.
I'm pretty sure the authorities are going to check out the giant explosion regardless.
Well, yeah. But right now we're worried. Like I said, we can try getting them off our tail here. Try a diplomatic response to save us time, energy, and ammunition, all of which are precious resources we have little of. We're on a rescue mission.
Do we have little of?
Yes, we're on a rescue mission with... Carl.
Yes,
Carl.
We're in the middle of a rescue mission, yes. Unfortunately,
would not set his ass down so I could reach to unmute myself.
We don't know where we're going next. We need to lose the trail efficiently and effectively. Every man-hour we spend on a fight is a man-hour we don't find spending our captain. If we get our captain back, then we are able to more effectively combat these atrocities. So yes, if you're asking me if I think that talking our way out of those fights when they can do that shit again, when we have limited time, efforts, and abilities, we need to focus those abilities on what we need to do to increase that time, effort, and ability we have. Getting our captain back is our best strategy. So if you're asking me if I am morally willing to let someone walk away who can do harm in this moment when we are trying to find someone who can do much more good, then yes, morally it is responsible for me to look out for that sole individual who can help us do so much more good. It might seem like a tragedy, but if you go after every tragedy without a head, you're nothing more than a chicken running around with your head cut off. So yes, I think
after every tragedy.
You did. I got us out of fights that we didn't need to fight. Yes, you said, do you think we should have gotten out of those fights? We didn't have the time. So yes, I do not regret my decisions. Yes, they could still make new bases and do those things. And you know what? Once we get our captain back, we're free to keep going after them for that. But until we get our captain back, we have limited time constraints, okay? So yes, a diplomatic approach giving them back whatever research is so important to them, and lying about not putting the authorities on their tails, which we're gonna do. We've already done it, but they don't know that. Yes, it's a worthy gambit, and I think we should try it before diving headfirst into combat that could
What
recklessly endanger.
research are we giving them back? Is my question.
Scientific research, nothing weird.
What are they researching?
Well, that is the thing. We don't know if that's really what they're after, but we did steal 3 books of their research, and all that remains from that place.
If you're gonna offer something as bargain, you might want to know what we're giving them.
If we had the time, then yes. Again, you're talking as
We
if
can look
we
at them, like right now.
Fine, here's the books. Go take a look at them. Ticket, what are the thoughts on the diplomatic approach here? You're in charge here.
Yes, I may be. But I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to get all the... Yes, Jenkins, prep the fighters. God damn it. Trying to get all of our ducks in a row.
Fine.
I'm having the fighters prepared just in case.
Yes, of
We can
course.
try the diplomatic solution if we want, but I do want to know what's in those first. Because if it's damning evidence and something that we can bring back,
Or something
Security
dangerous we don't want in
Council-
their hands.
the exact point. If it's something that we need to bring back to Security Council, we are not giving it up. Hence why I'm firing up the fighters.
Well,
Because
it's not like we can't copy it, but it's more of a question of should we copy it.
We shouldn't just burn it.
I never said burn it. At no point did I say burn it.
Well, you said, why should we copy it? And I'm saying that's a look, the semantics and morals of it all are irrelevant.
I'm saying why should we copy it is only if we're handing stuff over to them. In the context of, yes, is there something in the files that we have to be worried about them having?
Well, you know, there's always the...
I am checking the files right now. What I'm gonna make a check. What check do I have to make, Carl?
a check to go ahead and read the book.
These were alchemical notes. So you said crafting earlier. Wait, we have info on what was on them earlier. It was alchemical recipes and alchemical research.
For what though?
Yeah.
Why is it taking so long to load my sheet? Oh, okay, wait. I have to open Demiplane. I just remembered.
Yeah. So, James says, well, look, we might as well start getting patched through here so I can start talking. And maybe we can
talk until we figure out what's in the notes.
So, yeah, it would be a crafting and or nature
There you
check.
go. Roll crafting. I'm hero pointing that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. 8. Is that 18? I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
It's
an
an 18.
Okay. Still better. Okay. You're not science savvy.
I am though.
But
not alchemical savvy entirely.
Yeah, exactly the point. It's not your field of expertise. Let's put it that way. But from what you can understand of it, this is some type of biological reagent that they're trying to research. And based off of what they seem to be trying to aim to do with it, none of it's good.
Be more specific.
We are not giving him this.
There
This
are
could be
mentions
biological
of
weapon of some kind.
they're mentioning deployment, transmutation, things of basically this could either be a bioweapon, a transformative agent, or something that could just be absolutely like, oh hey, there's
So-
nothing on the surface that's wrong.
So we
But it
just
could be,
captured information that the Vesk were planning on committing various work. Yeah, that's even better leverage. Yeah, we're not giving it back to them, but you know, we can lie about not giving it over to proper authorities. Of course we will.
Just
But don't give
on
them back, though,
Chuckles
because they'll
files.
use the research.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
but now we can use them as leverage without giving them back. So, same plan as before. Okay, patch me through. Oh, by the way, ticket.
Yes.
Since I have a bit of a name here, and this way you can take a fall for the actions, I'm taking responsibility for now.
Okay.
So, let me know when we're patched through here. I'll start my preamble.
All right. Unfortunately, I have to do my spiel first. And she'll hop on the intercom. Unidentified vessel, please state your intentions. And you just hear silence for a good couple of minutes. Well, I guess all on you.
Unidentified vessel, you may refer to me as the captain in this instance. Let me make one thing very clear. You are stuck at a crossroads. Neither option you hold is particularly good, but you can decide whether or not your nation sinks or swims. We have undeniable proof of war crimes and atrocities that have been committed at that facility you're likely following us for. Now, choice is in your court. You can either decide to have us be forced in a position where our hostility from you and by you puts us in a position where we have to report on these things. Or you can turn back as a sign of good faith and we will not report these as we are normally supposed to do. The option is yours. Choose wisely. That is a 23 for intimidation.
You will get them, at least for now, to back off.
Yeah, for now is all we're needing.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they dumb? That's not leverage.
I think it's leverage.
The smartest thing to do if it on their end is to blow us up regardless of whether they talk to us or not.
Well, Ticket, that was a smaller ship, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looks like an escort ship of some sort.
Exactly. So they weren't really in a position to use their weapons against us. We gave them an out and, something they wanted. Although they know we lied blatantly to them and used it to scare them off. Now we need to change course drastically from here. We need to throw them off our trail.
Someone needs to roll piloting, I think.
Audits. One sec, let me pop out my sheet.
James is also going to roll
reloading my
survival to help you with navigating. James is going to re-roll that with one of his hero points. Fuck. To be fair, if we get lost, fuck if we know where we're at. How are they gonna know where we're at?
There you go.
That is a roll.
Yeah, 24 for piloting to throw them off our trail, Carl.
Okay. You will go ahead and use some of the things that you know, whether it be evasive maneuvers or doubling back or whatever, and you will at least successfully get them off your radar at bare minimum.
You can get us off their radar at bare minimum, so that's a good
Well,
thing.
yours, based on the size of the ship, if them being off your radar means they probably have way more distance to cover if they were going to try to.
Okay. I'm curious of something, though.
Mhm.
What if they, theoretically speaking, would they know what we're after at this point? Because if they do, wouldn't they just try and cut up? That's a good way. Okay. Got a new thing. Hey, Hex.
What?
We have route access, right?
Trying to use it to cross-reference stuff right now. What
Look
do you mean?
up that encounter we just had and look up where they're trying to cut us off. Because if they know what we're, if they know what we're up to, then they'll try and cut us off at where we're trying to get to.
So, in other words, try to use
their knowledge of our operations against them. Yes.
Matt, you're a cheeky motherfucker. You just gave him advantage on his next D100 roll to try to figure this shit out. Unfortunately, still not enough.
No. Well, that at least he's getting closer, though, right?
I have 3 potential planets right now. Unfortunately, it's still kind of up in the air. I got 2, 5, and 8.
Okay. Still, that's much. I'm guessing that's far fewer than before, right?
Oh yeah, I had like 5 or 6. So
okay, that is a good improvement.
Indeed. Shoot.
James goes to take it. I was like, see, all's well that ends well. Anyways, here's your position of here's your title back, because I only used it as authority to scare them off with. And Reeve, good job on the piloting.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, now we've got it down to 3 places. And we've got to keep moving here, so... That's 2... What did you say they were here, Hex? 2, 7, and 8?
2, 5, and 8.
2, 5, and 8. And from what I'm understanding here, 2, 5, and 8 are all part of the core system, right?
Yeah.
So in that case,
deep in the core.
What we can do here then is you set a course trying to avoid ambushes and blockades for us to the core system here. And we can use, and the closer we should be getting will help us narrow down where we should be going. Because the longer they go without finding us again on their radar, the more likely they are to think we're getting closer to the source of it all. And the more likely they are to think we're getting closer to the source of it all, the more likely we are to actually find out what they're afraid of us getting to with our efforts. Which means they're going to more strictly tighten the one that we need to be going to. However, if they tighten things too much to the point we're no longer going to be able to get through, it'll look like they're preparing for a war, so they won't tighten up that much. Because they just got out of a war with our higher-ups, right? So it's not like a war where they lost territory, so it's not like they're going to go after they're going to go after us hard enough to accidentally start another war.
Depends what they think we can get away with.
Yeah.
So far, we've blown up one science outpost and agreed to not snitch on them.
And there's also yeah, but do they believe us?
Well, whether they believed in us or not,
They
gave
backed
us
off, I
enough.
guess.
Yeah, they backed off enough for us to get out of the way and into a place where we have more of an advantage. Whether or not they believed us, they gave us a tactical edge they shouldn't have.
Or maybe they just backed off because we knew they were there.
Fair enough.
And maybe waiting to attack us later when they have more backup.
Well, yeah, but we have route access, so we'll see where those ambushes are set up. And more than likely, they don't think we have route access, or we would no longer have route access.
Wait, what? Sorry, out of character?
Out of character, above board, if we have admin privileges on their servers and they find out about that, they'd cut us off. So they don't know we have admin privileges on their server, and they have no reasonable way for them to think that since, any admin privileges, as far as they're concerned, have been blown up with the base.
Mm-hmm. Although if they're like actual like military, don't they like change those constantly?
Correct. I'm pretty sure we also, stole the decryptor that would have continued to give us that. It's part of root access, though. Well, we have root access. We could probably download those ciphers if need be.
Will they change the ciphers too?
Changing ciphers is harder than you think, and also it's not abnormal.
I know it's harder, but they do that. No.
Yeah.
Not as much.
Like, we probably would have a month or two, and we only need a month or two. In fact, a month or two is probably a bit much for what we actually have for a time limit.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we sort of have an advantage without them realizing we have an advantage, so...
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did I make some grave mistakes, goddamn. Whew.
So, we have leverage. We didn't necessarily have leverage in the form of the info we had, but the info and the firepower we had to keep that info. The threat was never on the fact that we wouldn't report it, but the fact that we could report it. That's why it was an intimidation check and not a diplomacy check with James, because he was more trying to scare them off and scare them into making the mistake of getting off of us.
There's a reason why I said they're stupid.
Well, yeah, they're Vesk.
Whoa. Whoa.
They have a negative wisdom modifier. It's not they're stupid and less intelligent. They're stupid and unwise.
Whoa.
They are. They are
Oh my God.
I
naturally
did not say
less.
that.
They are unwise by nature of being Vesk. They have negative wisdom by default. Also, Will, you can't. You're telling me what? Are you worried Mark Zuckerberg is going to cancel us because we're making fun of lizard people?
You do not just catch the fact that Marcus is being sarcastic.
Oh, I didn't know that was in character. Because I wasn't saying that in character. All of my rant
You
was
were.
out of character. No, I said that's why James does not say third person shit about himself. That I was talking to the third person, like James's whole mindset there and why he was intimidating them was so that they'd get scared and make a mistake rather than them being reasonable, rational, mental actors. The leverage is not the fact that
just gonna,
yeah, but
part of me thinks that literally after they back off, they one of the superiors tells them, "What the fuck did you do? We just let them go. Why?
you know
they said they wouldn't report us. Why the fuck did you believe them?
Well, he was very convincing.
That conversation is probably going on.
It probably is. Like, James also didn't give him his name. He just said, "This is the captain." Also, I like Carl called me a wily genius because, yes, that is a smart decision James made. We have route access, which means that we can tell where they don't want us to go, and we can go there because that's where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
And we can use that route access to avoid ambushes and future tailings.
We can also use it to find them later.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start. So, Carl, I think I'm gonna start figuring out this entire organization.
Okay.
And just start tallying where the stuff is while we still have the chance to do so.
Well, we might want to be. We are already doing a lot of invasive maneuvers with Hex. So, we don't want to over probe here. So once we get to our destination and get the captain back, then we can start using our route access here to poke into it. We can only make so many suspicious queries each day before it starts looking bad and they start thinking about an early change to route access.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
So the less hands we have on it, ironically enough, with the little time we have, the better. I know that sounds counterintuitive, Marcus, but
it's not counterintuitive. There's nothing counterintuitive about what you just said.
Oh, cool. Because I've been flying by the seat of my pants for about the past. How long has it been since we met?
Yes, I noticed.
But hey,
I still can't decide whether if you're a poser or an idiot, or actually one of the dumbest humans ever met in the entire course of me being operational. And there's some stiff competition.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm either incredibly lucky or smarter than I'm letting you believe. Anyways, Iris, you got a cure for
You're not that
insomnia?
smart.
Hey, Will, how smart is your character?
14 intelligence.
Yeah, we're the same level of intelligence, Will.
Yeah, in character. But your character acts a lot more stupid.
Yeah, because it's the smart thing to do. Charismatically, him not playing his full hand is always better in a charisma duel. Social
Yeah,
but
intelligence.
the actions you're doing and what you would say things that are dumb and behave in ways that are dumb, but that doesn't mean. But your actions would kind of show that you're being smarter.
Yeah.
At the same time, so it's kind of like this. You're not exactly doing that.
Close enough. I have moments of brilliance. I'm a crouching tiger hidden, or I'm a crouching dumbass hidden epic master of skill. But yeah, Iritris, do you have a cure for insomnia?
Archer's like looks at him, it's like, I could check and see if I have something for it.
Yeah, cause I am.
I haven't fully looked into this, but I could check.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like sleep is gonna come easy for me anytime soon. And I don't drink caffeine. Well, that's gonna be an issue.
Yeah. I mean, I could see if there's something with it, or maybe I could put into practice of things I've learned, maybe to help with it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll see what I have.
So, Ticket, you technically, I know I'm spitballing a bunch of ideas here, but these all technically have to go through you.
Yes.
So, we head towards the center of the vest since we have 3 planets there to look after. Use our route access to avoid any major ambushes or roadblocks on our way there. And we use our time for travel to figure out what they're securing more from us in particular to find out where the captain is. That's the current plan. Do I have your rubber stamp of approval?
I mean, it makes sense.
Cool.
So,
once again, not trying to usurp your authority. I'm just trying to do the best job I can here.
fair enough. All right, so with that then being the case, how would you like to go about doing this then?
Well, we let Hex continue digging into those things, and then we use our piloting checks and our speech checks and our various skills to get there while getting through the various blockades. Going around or over or under them, so to speak, would be easiest.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there anything else I'm missing here? So,
Good question. Is there?
at the moment, I guess we could also rely on the NPCs to do checks while we ourselves take our shifts on the break end of things.
Yeah, don't I have to roll for that level 1 feature again?
I believe so, but what I guess more, Carl, is what do we do in the meantime while we are oh, that's what you're asking us. What is James doing in the meantime? Fucking panicking. You don't know how over James's head James thinks he is? No. He thinks he's way in over his head. Like, when he says flying by the seat of his pants, he didn't know he had a jetpack in his ass, okay? It's been soaring. He is, as far as James is concerned, he is failing upward spectacularly.
Interesting. Failing upward spectacularly. Never thought I'd hear the day where you'd actually be somewhat correct in that.
Again, James is aware of how lucky he's been getting and how dumb these people have been, but he's horrified now because like, oh my
There's
God,
one reason why Marcus doesn't like you is because he thinks you're faking it, and he's kind of correct.
Well, James is very confident in his own abilities, but he's not stupid. He's like, I am not powerful enough to. Yeah, what the fuck? James does not doubt his abilities to get you into the right place and talk you through the situation. It's the fight that he doesn't like. James knows what he knows at the end of the day. But James is gonna go and finally fall asleep after all of that.
Okay.
And funnier thing is, Iris has probably been sitting there trying to like go through and see if she had anything. Then he just proceeds to pass out anyway, and she's just like,
Well, no, he went back to the room. I don't think he's fallen asleep for a couple of hours because it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Interesting. So, you're going to go back to your room. Iris, what are you doing in the meantime?
I mean, she's still probably trying to look for like stuff to help with insomnia, probably for currently and future purposes, but probably also just she's probably also taking a bit of the time in between to go through her obnoxious shit of her deity after having brought that out earlier.
Also,
Interesting.
wait, I've got a better way of putting it. James has imposter syndrome.
I, Caiaphas Kane, hero of the Imperium.
Good lord.
I mean, he's sort of on that trajectory.
You need it. That is one of the characters you would actually adore.
Yeah, it's just, Will, I have so many things I'm already a lore nerd about, okay? I can only fit so much lore up in here. Especially when one of the
don't
things...
need to be a big nerd about 40k. Honestly, just... I could just link a video about him specifically.
Yeah, that'll work.
Probably also send him old Bale One Eye. The dude that even the orcs love.
Well, they love him because he gives them good fighting to the death. Like, isn't he basically the orc of humans? Like, the most orc-like human commander?
No, it's probably... I mean, you can talk about Commissar Yarrick.
Yeah, Yarrick is...
Like, Gazgul, the prophet of the Wa, will go out of his way to fight him. At any time, he will derail anything he is doing if he finds out where Commissar Yarrick is, and go fight him.
Well, Keat keeps telling me to watch The Emperor Has a Text-to-Speech device.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing with Warhammer 40k lore?
Yeah.
Characters.
Kind of...
It is
Kinda
goofy. It is. I mean, he showed me the 2 Yu-Gi-Oh episodes. They were actually pretty clever Yu-Gi-Oh episodes.
Mhm.
Yes, wind up kitten to bounce your Egyptian of God card. You only have 200 life points. I attack for 200 life points. You're dead.
Sounds about right.
Wait a second. No, that's not right, because he used limiter removal, which means the monster would have been destroyed. Wait. Unless it's not destroyed because of the fact that it's immune to destruction by spell and card trap effects. I don't know how that... Hey, Lewis, you're the only other person who'd know here. If you use DNA surgery on an Egyptian god, then use limiter removal to make it a machine type, doubling its attack points, would that destroy it?